What's up, guys? Alright, so this is Josh, and today we're going to be doing part 2 of the quick tip of the week. I'm actually going to count this as episode 2 of quick tip of the week. So in the first episode we learned about how to do one certain textile in Cinema 4D. So right now we're going to learn how to do a second one. So the second one is, I showed you in the last video, is this one, Face Prizes, or sorry, Prizzy's um, text in his background right now. So as you can see, it's just like a nice little, just a nice plain text with just maybe like a red outline and maybe something that we're gonna do in Photoshop. All right. So we're actually gonna go into Cinema 4D right now. We're gonna go to MoGraph, MoText, and for text, we're actually gonna put it as Vexon, because this is going to be my application to them to try and be a partner with them on this channel. So, Vexon, and we will choose a nice simple font. Let's see, we'll just go with Agency FB. I love this font. This is probably one of my favorite fonts. Whoops. Object. If you don't have Agency FB, it should be a preset, so we'll just go to bold, and then we'll put it to the middle. Alright, so we'll just drag this over like this, make sure it's nice in the center. We'll actually put Vexon as all caps. Vexon. And we'll put this to maybe, yeah, we'll just leave it at 20. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is click on MoText in the top right box. Control C, Control V. Alright, so now we're going to go to the second one that you just pasted. Go to caps, start, cap, that's right here. Go to fillet cap, and then 5 should be good for this. So we'll go to, sorry, I went a little bit too quick there. So when you're in this view, you can go up here to these tools right here, click on the very right one, and then go to the top view. Click it again. Alright, so we'll zoom in a little bit. Click on the second one that you pasted, bring it back maybe 14 centimeters, so about there. Alright, so as if we go back to Prizzies, it's sort of a grayish, maybe some blacking, but okay, so it's gray with a red outline. All these textures, you can see that sort of like scratch and everything. We'll do that in Photoshop. So we'll go here, we'll make a new material, just double click down here and then double click on the material, do color, we'll do just a nice gray, maybe some reflection, bring it down to maybe 20, and then texture, Fresnel, and bring that down to like 10. Let's see how that looks. Let's take a quick look right now. That looks fine. Alright, so then I believe it was red, so yep. So for this one, you're gonna make just a nice plain red, and it was a glossy red, so I'll show you how to make it nice and glossy. Make it nice, as red as can be. Do reflection, do 25% maybe. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, we'll go to 30. We'll go to texture, Fresnel again, and then we'll go to 15. How's that looking? Yeah, 15. Alright, so we'll just drag this, make sure the arrow's pointing down, let go, and now we'll just render this out, see how it looks. Alright, so it looks a little weird right now, so what we're going to do is go to render settings, go to output, we'll just put it to 1280 by 720, effect, global illumination, irradiance cache, and the first two ones we'll put low and low. Alright, let's make sure everything else is okay. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to have to put some lights in, because when you render this out, it's going to be all black, nothing's going to be there. Alright, so what we're gonna do is go right here, go to plane, make a new texture, double click on it, and just double click and just go to luminance, check that, and then put it to 200%. It's nice and simple. We'll actually go to plane now, put it to maybe 1000 by 1000. Alright, we will drag it and just put it on there. Now the plane is a light now, okay? So we'll go to just this view right here. You can adjust it however you want. I'm actually going to adjust it so it's in the front, like so. And like so. And then I'll Control C, Control V it again, and then I'll put one under it. Or I'm sorry, on top of it. So we'll go like that. Just adjusting it real quick, just put it like that. And that should be fine. Right. So we'll just get this. Just keep adjusting until it's fine. Sorry about this. Just there we go. Alright. So now when we render it out, you can already see it because of the lights. So it's just like that. It's real nice and glossy, the red is. Let's make sure it's alright. Well, actually, it has sort of a curve, as you can see. So to do that, we're going to need to group these by clicking one, holding shift, objects, group objects, and then warp, and just drag it in. So now it's all weird, so we'll change it to maybe around 1000 and 1000. Whoops, way too big. Maybe a little bit smaller, so 400. Perfect. We'll actually change the red, the caps. We'll change that down to maybe 4, 3. Change that to 2. Alright? Render that out. That looks fine. So I'll render this out right now, and I'll be right back. Sorry guys, one more thing. For save settings, you're just going to put it to PNG, alpha channel, straight alpha, and just save it to your desktop. You can save it as Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so when it's done rendering, it's going to look like this, all pixely and everything, don't worry about that. So now we'll go into Photoshop, we'll go to File, Open, we will go to Prezi, where we saved it. Alright, so now you see it's all nice and everything. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Brush, make it, we'll say 2. And then we're going to go to, not the same color, maybe a brighter, well actually, we'll go to a little bit darker red. So I'm just going to do a few things just to show you, just for the sake of time. Alright, so what I did there was, it created that. What I did there was I just clicked where I wanted that line to be, and then I clicked again where I wanted to end. I right clicked it, stroke path. I just did OK, make sure it was brush, simulate pressure, OK, and then as you can see the lines there. It's sort of hard to see right there, but that's what it does. Now for the texture, as you can see on Prezi's, you can see like sort of a nice texture. you're gonna actually wanna have a texture pack. I have a GFX pack. You can go look at that in my later videos. That has some nice textures. So you're gonna go to File, Place. Just go to wherever you saved your textures. Let me find mine right here. Oops. Just trying to find them real quick. Those aren't right. Part 2 maybe? I do believe that, yep, right here. So I was wanting to do this kind of texture. It's a nice texture, so we'll just click that. We will drag it, maybe around half the size. Enter. We will duplicate the layer. Duplicate. Alright, so now we will move it over, just so it's covering the whole thing. So now we will hold Alt in between layer 0 and the texture, and then we'll hold Alt in between the two textures again, and it should make like that. So then we'll just click on one. Actually, we'll click Shift, click on one, hold Shift, click on the other, and then I'm sorry. So just click on one and then do Overlay, and then do Overlay. Alright, so that looks a little weird, but alright, so what you're gonna now want to do is go to rasterize layer, click on one, go to image, adjustment, hue and saturation, go to colorize, and just make it a nice silver. So I put it as 2, 0, 2, 0 when you check colorize, 0, 2, 0. So image adjustments, hue and saturation, colorize, and 2. There you go. So besides the lighting, you might want to play around with the lighting. I try to make it as close to that where it's darker on the sides and lighter in the middle, but that wasn't too successful here. So as you can see that, but other than that, that should teach you how to put nice textures on and then some nice red lines like he did. So yeah, thank you guys. Also Vexon, your questions, I will actually post them over here. Guys, if you should definitely go check Vexon out. They're a brand new young channel that are recruiting basically about anyone, as long as you have very nice, good content, and they don't care about how many views you get, how many subscribers you have. They just care that if you have good content. So, why do I want to join Vexon is because, well, I feel like that even though I only have maybe 300 or so, like 350 subscribers, I know that's not that many compared to Robot or Abstract Graffiti or Epic GFX Time, but honestly, I think that's a lot, and I think that's the community that's giving to me. And Vexon, I feel, is a place where I can give back to the community. Vexon, of course, will get more views than my personal videos. So if I could be on Vexon, I would give back to more people instead of just the amount of people that I get views from for my personal video. So tutorials, I'll give back to them with tutorials, and maybe some speedarts or GFX packs on the side too. So why did you become a GFX designer? Well, actually, in ninth grade of my high school, I was in a course called COMM Tech. We were learning about all the Adobe programs, and one of them just happened to be Photoshop. That was actually one of my very few interests in that course. I got super interested in that, and then I'm like, why not go bigger with it? Why not try and do something with it? And then eventually I just decided to become a graphic designer. So that's yeah. And where would you see yourself in 5 years? I would see myself in 5 years in university studying or majoring or something in graphic design or motion graphics design. So that's I would love to go to university for this. So that's where I see myself in 5 years, and of course I see myself as a director of Vexon. And what type of videos do I upload? What the type of videos I would like to upload to Vexon is tutorials. I'm getting a Blue Yeti microphone very soon. Those are those are professional microphones. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. I'm getting that very soon, so I'll have very good quality, very clear quality of my voice when doing tutorials. So those I think are the main things that I would be uploading to Vexon. So thank you Vexon for watching my video. Of course, I hope you choose me as one of your partners. I hope as a director actually, so I can upload to Vexon. I can upload my tutorials to Vexon. So Vexon, thank you for watching my video, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks.